Chilling
Chilling
in the, you go.
box. We got a lot to say. Chilling in the icebox. You might want to hear it today.
Hey. All right. That was a good one.
one,
You're getting good at those
one day
songs.
we're gonna have music behind it.
Oh yeah, full sound design.
Yeah.
Scored by
What's up,
Hans
guys?
Zimmer.
Or we could just put like either the Harry Potter
Oh.
soundtrack behind it,
Do,
or
do,
the Game of
do,
Thrones.
do, do, do. Okay, I love
Chilling
it.
in the icebox, dude. What's up, guys? We're back.
Welcome to the Icebox, people.
I know the new
It's just
thing that they're doing.
we should each make one.
Why is my finger?
Oh.
I can't. Hold on. I can't figure it out.
Wow.
Oh, there we go.
Wow. There we go. That's a good thumbnail.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
We don't have
Well,
mics
we
today.
no mics, and it's just me and Laura, and this is a very, very informal episode. I think it's 15. Can you believe it?
Dude, one day we're gonna look back and be like, "Remember episode 1?"
I know. I already think that.
I know. I do too.
But let's kick it off with 10 secs. You go first, Laura.
Oh, my 10 secs. Okay. Well, I thought it was a brilliant idea to go on a 23-mile bike ride yesterday.
Oh yeah. Okay, but
That's
you love riding
my
bikes.
I do. It was a brilliant idea. However, they were not like actual like bikes. Like they're not like they're not like bikes that you see people like like actual bikers. Just like a bike my dad had, like in
Yeah, I know
the
that
back,
that
like.
is a big part of the problem.
And so my seat like has a cushion on it, which I thought was gonna be cool, and it kept like sliding to the side. And then I was on a guy bike, Mo was on a girl bike, and then it was just it wasn't all bad. It was actually really fun, and I love it. And like looking around and all the scene, I just love riding. It is fun, and it's like
Yeah,
one of those activities that's like I don't do by myself because I'm always scared I'm gonna get like killed by like a serial
right?
killer or a mass murderer or something. I don't know. And so I don't do it by myself because I worry too much. So it was fun to like get out and do that, and I did enjoy it. However, my we'll just call it my butt hurts from the seat. Oh, we have a guest.
I get
Oh,
football. Hi,
she
football.
said no. Hi. You want to say hi? We have a guest. Aria, what's your 10 seconds?
Cheese.
Jeez. We're on a podcast, Aria. Don't do that. This must be. This is what This is what Dennis feels like when he's working and Arya comes up and bothers him on a conference call. But
Oh
these
my gosh.
headphones are really good. Anyway, back to my 10 seconds. My butt hurts.
Yeah. When
That's
did it start
I thought
hurting?
oh God. Let's see, it was 23 miles and probably mile 12. I was like, I have to go literally the whole way back home and it hurts.
Dude, dude. Was
But
there
then like
was it hills? Was it like uphill on the way there, downhill on the way back, or was it like
well, I thought it was
inner
uphill there.
okay?
I really thought it was
Wasn't?
uphill there.
Oh no.
It
Oh
felt really
no.
hard on the way back.
Yeah.
And I felt bad because I kept telling Mo, I was like, oh, from this hill on, it's all downhill. Because it was like when we started, it was like, oh, from this hill on, it's all downhill. And then I kept saying, the home stretch, we're on the home stretch. And then I would like look at my watch and I would have like 8 more miles to go. And I would be like,
Dude. Home
the
stretch.
home stretch is pretty far. Like it's a really long home stretch. But all in all, it was like good. I do love doing stuff like that. And that's why I like enjoy working out and like pushing myself all the time because it is fun to do like crazy, like off the wall stuff like that. I really thought I was gonna be sore. Like yesterday, like going to bed, I was like, man, my legs are gonna be like dead today. The only thing that's dead is my ass. That's it. The only thing.
Yeah, dude. That's because those bike seats will just pulverize your meat. Like it
Well,
really
and I
will.
I have a yeah, I was like, dude, what is this? I'm surprised I have leggings left after this. Like I'm surprised my line leggings are not ripped to shreds. Also, it's really hard to get into a good upright position on
I
a bike.
know, I know, I know, I know. Biking is, I don't get it. I don't get why people want to do it.
I
It's like the most uncomfortable position on the
I had
most
to like,
uncomfortable seat.
yes, and I had to physically turn my pelvis to not take it into my lower back, like a, like
Yeah,
rounding. So to like turn my pelvis, and the more I did that, the more my butt bones, sits bones or whatever they're called, would hurt more. And so I was like, man, now I just had to sit with this bad posture forever, what it felt like.
dude.
And then I'm like, dude, how do these bikers like shoulders not hurt from being so rounded forward?
I don't know. We should ask Dr. Daddy about that too, because like they have those other different kind of handles too. Yeah.
And they're like this on that,
I
but
know.
that's like a lot going on
I
back there.
know. I know.
So that was like
DDP
when
is
I was
his
biking,
bottom.
that was like definitely one of the things. I was like, does he do TYs and I's before he does this? Because I could
Yeah,
just
I
see it
don't.
going to actual shit
Biking
right
is just
now.
not that enjoyable. Like I appreciate what you're saying. Like it is fun to be outside and feel the wind in your face and like get all the elements and like that part is fun. But everything else about biking is just like, why would anybody pick that?
Yeah, and don't I didn't I only felt worked from like the waist down. Like my upper body wasn't like
Yeah,
I like a
I
full
don't
body
know.
work. Like
Well, and think
so it
about
was a
Dr.
little
Daddy does he does that 100 miles almost every Sunday.
um does
He probably
his
has
I'm gonna
calluses
ask
on his
him.
ass like we have on our hands.
My dad told me that. He was like, you got to do this more than once. And I was like, nah, dude,
Ass
I'm good
callus.
till next spring. Like, I'm not doing this again for a little while. This is the third time I've done that same exact bike ride. I will say the first time I did it, we took quite a few breaks. And then the second time we took even more breaks because I brought my niece with me.
Oh,
This time, Mo is a powerhouse and we
yeah, no
took
breaks.
very little breaks. And my ass was really begging for a break. It was not good. Not
Oh
good.
my God.
But I wasn't gonna take a break either because it was like if you get it's like one of those like when you run and then you stop and then you try to run again, it's like
I know.
harder to do
It's
that.
worse.
So yeah, I wasn't trying to take any breaks, but that's my 10 seconds. And everybody who rides a bike needs to get the bike shorts with the little like cushion in the
Pads.
butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Drag queen
instantly
shorts.
like got home and was like, do I need these on from Amazon or like what? Like something. I need help.
Oh my God. Did you order them?
No, because I'm not going on another bike ride for a
Never
long
ever again.
time. I'm done. I'm done
Oh
for
man.
at least till I forget what this feels like.
Wow.
But yeah,
Okay. That's a good
it is
10
a cool
sec.
thing to share though. Yeah.
Yeah. And it
Okay,
was
your 10
fun.
seconds.
In the end, it was fun. My 10
And
secs,
the pictures and videos were good.
dude, but you didn't post your reel today either, did you?
I know because I was so busy. We have
Slacker.
so much going on, which is why we're doing the
Slacker.
podcast right now because we have
I
so much
know,
going
I
on.
know. Okay,
I'll do
we're
it
gonna tell
tomorrow.
everybody what's going on. But first, I'm gonna tell them really quick in 10 seconds about my 10 seconds is I got this little shrug top at the thrift today for $6,
Okay.
and it's Joa Brown brand, which is like one of my favorite brands, but I never buy anything from it because it's like this would probably be like $80 on the website.
And it was
Yeah,
$6.
and I like have been wanting something like this for so long, and I found it at the thrift today for $6.
Do you like is there holes or anything in it or it's perfect?
It's in pretty good shape. Not that a hole would bother me. In fact, I almost got a shirt at the thrift store. It was like a button-up shirt, which asked me why I need a button-up shirt because I'm never doing any business that requires a button-up shirt. And it was way too small, and the whole
No,
sleeve
I've seen some
was like
cute
shredded.
stuff.
And that shredded sleeve did not stop me. I still wanted it. My mom was like, "You're not allowed to get that."
Yeah, I've seen some cute button-up outfits though that are casual and they're cute.
Yeah,
It's a
I
look.
love a button-up. I love a button-up.
It's a
Anyway,
look.
so but this was a good. They had a lot of good designer names at the thrift, but I was really excited about this one. And it's my UPS color, so that's a win too. And
Yeah.
just piggybacking on that real quick, I finally did get a new sports bra. It's been like probably 2019, I think, is the last possible sports bra I have maybe bought. And that's being generous. It was probably before that, 2018, 2017. And I wear them every day. It's disgusting. This new sports bra
Well, you
is
wash them, right? Not wear them every day. Oh, oh,
um
oh.
yeah, no. I wash them,
Yes,
but
wash,
they're
TBC.
actually they're at the point where it doesn't matter. Like I could wash them, but like if I sweat in them, they smell like old sports bras. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. That just
this
is what
new
happens
one,
because they're so old.
this new sports bra is just, I've
Do you
never
the same
been
like
so,
style?
oh yeah, Free to Be Wild. I got it in white because, I'm
You want it to be
definitely going
tan
to
by
get
the end of.
stains on it. Yes. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So that's
I
my
have a
10
white one
cents.
too, and it's turned tan. But I will say,
Yeah.
like, just like you said, the last one that you bought in 2019, um, I was in the same boat until I got pregnant, and I was like,
Yeah.
had not bought a new sports bra
Yeah.
for a really long time because I was like,
Yeah. That
Lululemon
makes
just
sense.
gets it
Yeah.
right with sports bras, and
Yeah.
they last, so I didn't need to buy one. Then I got pregnant, and then I had to get new sports bras, but I maybe we could do a podcast on this another time. My postpartum journey. Um, I threw away a lot of like postpartum stuff, but I did not throw away like my old sports bras. So when I lost all my weight, I like dug them back out, and I was like, it's like Christmas. Like I have my old sports bras back, and it
Yeah.
was really cool. They just they just they just do it right. Like I
I
love
know.
my Lululemon sports bras. Like, and they
I
last. So
know.
Lululemon
I
lovers
know.
out there are on the fence, buy the sports bra. That's all.
It's true. It's true. Big fact. Okay. That was a really good 10 seconds. So the next thing we're going to talk about is just some general announcements and giving you guys some updates, um, for where we are for the month of November and December with ICEBOX, and some cool, exciting new changes and schedules and offerings and all of that. So, should I go first or you?
Yeah. I feel like yours is like a big, big bang. Like you, it's just like
Really?
so exciting. Yeah, yours is really
Okay.
good.
Okay.
So, do you want it first or last?
I asked you. You're supposed to
Uh,
say it.
I would say last, like say the best for last. I would
Uh,
say last, but
okay.
hear me out. If they don't make it that far, then I'm gonna be like sad that they didn't hear
Make it
you
that far? They didn't
correctly.
even make it this far.
I know they're already like ended. Okay, well,
Oh man.
well then they
Okay.
miss it.
Well, I will go first then. So, Icebox South, Las Vegas division. Um, we have vacated our previous home of Maximum Velocity PT. We blew them a giant kiss, and we said thank you so much for the labs, arrivederci. And now we are in a private space, not too far from where Max Velocity was. If you've been there, we're not too far from there now, but we're in a private gym space. I just finished building it out like over the weekend, and it's really, really cool. Icebox South, official headquarters. So if you have not yet taken any type of session, class, personal training, whatever, here down here in Vegas, and you want to, you're going to be at the new location now, and I'm really, really excited about it. It's my first time having like really my own space, and so um, I'm really excited to see how my dad reacts tomorrow when I start painting one of the walls like a mural. Yeah, we're gonna see what he says,
Okay,
but that's
I'm more concerned about what your mom says, but
well,
we
I
could
told
go
my
with Scary
mom today
Larry
because my
too.
mom is the one that it's that she's the one who's actually gonna have a problem. So I told her today that I had intentions on painting that wall like a mural, and um, she gave me kind of like an exasperated eye roll, and then asked me, "You might want to tell your father about that plan." That's what she said to me. So I'm gonna
Oh,
tell my dad tomorrow. I don't think he's gonna have a
as you
problem.
do it, as you do it,
Yeah,
as it's happening, you're
I will
telling
tell
me.
him first out of respect. But even if he says he doesn't like the plan, I'm still gonna do it.
That's so exciting. Okay. So you have your own new like space now, which is so cool, and I'm so excited for you. What are like some of the things, like if somebody were to come to you and be like, what do you specialize in? If you had to sum up your type of style of training, what is it? What would I get? If you had to sum it up, what is it?
Um, okay, so I guess like it kind of depends on where you're jumping off from, but I'm mostly doing one-on-one sessions. I don't have a crazy large space, so um, bigger classes is not really on the docket for me at the moment. I could do small group by like request, maybe if you had a friend or two that you were interested in doing with, then maybe we could consider that. But for right now, I like to give my clients my undivided attention. You get my full, I just look at you for an hour and I talk to you about yourself for an hour. And I tell you lots of good things about yourself. And I tell you a couple of things that I think we could work on together. And we have a really good time. We
That's
do a
it.
lot of
I'm
laughing.
coming. Coming. Sign me up. Do you are you like a therapy session? Is there like
Yeah. Oh, totally.
essential
Yeah.
oils going?
Yep, absolutely. I'll do your
Cool.
astrology chart also. That's included. I'm gonna tell you all about your stars, your sun, your moon, your rising. We're gonna get into
Oh
it,
my gosh,
okay?
that
Yeah,
is
we're gonna talk
amazing.
about your childhood trauma. Yeah,
Well,
but
I
no,
mean, whatever gets the work done.
my dream client is just anybody who just genuinely really wants to be better, and that could be at anything. Maybe it's be better in the sense that like you want to learn how to deadlift. Maybe that's be better in the sense that like you already deadlift all the time, but you want to see like maybe what you could tweak or like something to learn. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's the sauce at the moment. I would love to do some like bigger group things down the road, but for right now, you're gonna have to, if you want to get trained by me, you're gonna get the full Madeline. You're not gonna have anywhere else to hide, no friends to like pawn off the attention onto.
Yeah.
You're just getting
Yeah,
served.
that's good though, because I know from like sometimes it's hard to be just one on one. Like it takes a lot
It's
of
really
like
different. It is different. The
it does
one-on-one
take a lot.
energy versus the class. Yeah.
The class is like a whole like excitement thing. Like it's just like
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, like almost like, oh, if I had to compare it to my party days, I feel like the class is like the party inside the house, and then the one-on-one is like when you go outside and you smoke, and there's like one other person out there having a cigarette, and it's just the two of you getting really, really into it with each other.
talking. Yeah, yeah, that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
So new
yeah. So
space, Icebox
yeah,
South.
Icebox South, new space, lots of exciting things. Come on down and visit anytime. Um, Dun, da, da, da. Okay, and now on to Laura. Actually, click off
Yay.
because Laura said that was the big one, and that's all we need. Just
And
kidding.
that's it. And close the fridge.
Yeah, right. Icebox North is popping off
That
so
is
hard that you've got
um
like a full like a you're like
oh,
practically a full size gym at this point.
um not quite, but I would love to be a good size.
Yeah. Okay. So tell us
Um
about what's popping off at Icebox North,
so I
aka the corporate headquarters.
this is where all the files are kept. The secrets are sealed in the safe. You'll never know the icebox recipe. But maybe you will. Stay tuned because we have some things up our sleeve. Anyway, yeah, so I also got my own little like space. It's kind of big. It's not that big. I wouldn't say it's like the size of like
It's
a
kind of
full-on
big.
gym, but it is big. It is big enough. I have two rigs, which is really cool. I love my space. I think that makes me so happy. Even when I just like think of my own little like space, even when I work out in there, I get so happy.
Yeah.
Um, but I offer small groups. So I typically for like a strength and like conditioning type of class, I won't take more than four. I think four is probably like the cap. Only because these people are new to most of the movements. So it is, I have to be very, very hands-on and like up in front in their face, like this is
Right.
the movement and this is how we're doing it. Um, and anything more than four is like really hard to keep an eye on, even in a regular
True.
gym. I feel like
It's
even when
true.
I was doing like larger classes, it's really hard. I could get away from you and I don't want the focus of I don't want like I would rather it be small and like more intimate and then you're learning and I could actually watch every single person and what they're doing instead
Right.
of like
Yeah.
just sending you off and wish for the best. um but yeah, so I have like small groups, mornings and afternoons, kind of flexible with my schedule. It like really just depends on if I can like lump some people together, or if I feel like you need some extra work and I want to like kind of individualize you out. And then I also have this really fun classes, which is kind of new to I mean, we did do yoga back in the day. We had
Yeah,
ICEBOX
we've
yoga.
had some of that, but this is not. Yeah, this
This
is
is not
unique.
yoga.
This is new to the repertoire, and I'm
Yeah.
here for it. I love it.
So my I guess like prenatal and postpartum, I found a lot of like core work was really necessary, and like breath work, and finding that breathing and like your pelvic floor and how you're holding your breath and able to like do movements and like find your balance through your core. And so I got this really cool idea to like kind of start a class with breath work, core, and mobility. So we do stretch a little tiny bit. And then mainly for like a lot of people that are really sore on Wednesday, because it's on Wednesday night. So like by the time they get to Wednesday night,
Midweek. Yep.
they're like sore. It's like they need that little like pick me up, get the blood flowing. So we do a little bit of stretching, but it's also I've gotten some really good feedback. I've also gotten some feedback of oh Muffin, look
The
at
muffin.
his face. His coat looks really thick right now.
Yeah,
Um,
he's so pretty. He's
oh, there
cute.
he is.
He's cute.
Um, so I've gotten some feedback of like that the class is harder than people thought. They thought they were just gonna
Oh
come
yeah,
stretch and like
it's
breathe it
hard.
out and like and I'm like, yeah, like I can make anything hard. I could make a air deadlift hard, like an air squat could be hard.
Yeah,
Like you can make anything hard as long as you're thinking about it. And I think that this class is really unique because it does bring attention to like your core and your
yes,
breathing and movement all at the same time wrapped into
yeah.
one. I will say the feedback that I got back that was like maybe needs some like improvement is like people cannot find their core,
No,
like for that like
it's very difficult actually. It is very difficult,
so
and that's why it's so good to have a class like you're offering in the middle of the week, like on the day that you would need like you don't want to not work out, but you don't want to work out as hard as you've been because you're already kind of wrecked. You have two big days coming up again. Like so to
yeah
really take the time that and spend the hour like intentionally trying to turn on your core, which sounds so simple but really isn't, and is a workout, is just such a cool
yeah
offering. I love your class for that.
yeah I
And it's so cool too. The sorry, you go. I'll
oh
remember
no
everything.
I don't remember. Oh, well, it was just like the feed because I love feedback. I love good feedback. Obviously, just blow me up, fling it on me. But I also love feedback because I want like read the room. Like I want to know what the
Yeah.
room is thinking, and I think it's always good to have things to work on and like things to focus on. And so this next class, I'm really gonna focus on like them really finding their core. Like I really have to, I have to like think that this is not a common thing for people, especially for people
Mhm.
that
You have to like really
are,
break it down like to the most
yes,
foundational piece. Yeah.
yeah,
Because it is so hard and people really don't know how to do it. And it's really hard to figure out how to do something like that for the first time because it's so
yeah.
foreign. Like you just don't even know how to get into it.
Well,
So I
and
look
then it's
forward
like
to Wednesday.
the whole like Kegel thing, or Kegel, what is it? Kegels?
Yeah,
Kegel?
yeah. Kegels,
It's
Kegels,
like
I don't
complete,
know.
it's just completely different from
Yeah,
like activating your pelvic floor and like breathe, like it's just so
yeah.
different and they don't teach that. And like
No.
I could say when I got out of my um doctor's appointment after I had Arya, like my 6 week checkup or whatever, um my doctor was like don't just do Kegels or whatever. And I was like, wow, that's like the first, because I always was reading like things like people were saying
Hmm.
about their doctor, they would recommend doing Kegels or whatever. And so my doctor was like, don't just do Kegels. You need to really work on your breath work, which I had already been doing because I
Right.
don't know how to not do anything for 6 weeks. But I had already started like a first thing was like, just practice that deep breathing and that core work.
Hmm.
Um, and it's just it is so common that people don't know how to do that, and it's a hard thing to teach. Like it's definitely
It
been like
is.
challenging to find like ways to connect with these people. um
Cheese.
wow, we're having all these we had no guests, but now we have two guests. Armand and Aria, the little puffball. um yeah, it's different than like my normal like strength. I could do strength class in my sleep. Like I could find
Hmm.
some way to relate to somebody. I can figure out a cue that'll work for, somebody, anybody. I'll figure it out. Like that. I mean, that's just what we do. But like breath work is so hard to connect sometimes. It's just,
It is.
and that core is so hard to connect. But people don't realize they use their core for every little thing, every
Well,
little
and
thing.
the thing I was gonna say too is that like, can you hear that?
No,
My freaking
what
phone
am I
ringing.
hearing?
Okay. Never mind. Nothing apparently. My phone was ringing. Anyway, like you say like with prenatal and postpartum is how like you were really like keen to work on this and like know about it and be like aware of it a lot in your own. Um, but like the same principles, like it's not just for people who are prenatal or postpartum. Like these
Right.
principles are for everybody and like
Everybody. Yeah.
anybody people who have had kids and their abs have split, this is for you.
Yep.
People who have family who have had kids and their abs have split, this is for you. Not no tea, no shade, no pink lemonade to my dear sister Valerie, but I know her abs split with her first kid, and I think
Yeah.
my mom's
Well,
did too.
yeah,
And I know
it's
for a
so
fact,
common.
I know for a whole fact that if I did have kids before I knew what I knew now, my abs would absolutely have split. And it's so preventable. And just because we're talking about women doesn't mean that guys are
Yeah.
good at this because they're absolutely not. So just
Well, then
because
there's
like
like
the
the hard abdominal hernias and stuff like that.
exactly. So just because like pregnancy is how you learn about this and like talk about it, it's still so much for everyone. Like literally everyone needs that class.
Yeah. Well, and I think mainly like it is mainly translated over to women because like you said,
Mm,
kids, childbirth, a lot
right.
of people urinate when they run, jump, or leak, or so they
Mm-hmm.
say, when they run, jump, sneeze, cough.
Yeah.
Um, and did you hear that?
No.
Okay. Arya's playing with the massage gun, and it was like
Oh.
so Oof. Anyway, so like they say that, oh, that's normal. That's not normal. It's common, but it is not normal. Normal
Right.
is for it to not happen. That's
Right.
normal.
But
So
at the same time, like obviously, yes, that's more of a woman problem. But
yeah.
um, guys can still cone their cores out when they're engaging and not engage in like full in like they're
Well,
supposed to. So just because they're not gonna like end up ripping their abs when they have a kid, they're still bracing their core wrong.
and they still can rip their abs.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
still
That's true.
very, very can
Very
happen.
possible.
And
Yeah.
and I feel like if I had to like go back to like if I were to teach Arya to lift like
Yeah.
tomorrow, which she already
Right.
does, I definitely think like breath work is probably like the one of the first things because everything stems
Mm.
from that core
Mm-hmm.
and just maybe like having her find that like mind body connection of like what her core is doing while she's
Right.
doing little things. And that's kind of where it starts. Like these people um that have been lifting for so long have created like all these bad habits of like breathing
Right.
incorrectly, breathing wrong, not being aware of what their core is doing, not being aware of what their body's doing in general. And so now they get to like these older ages of like 30, 40, 50, and they're like, my back hurts, my knee hurts, my hip hurts.
Exactly.
Like, well, let's go back to why that all hurts and like what's the
Yeah.
reason. Um, and I mobility is not, I mean, like stretching is not really like my favorite thing to do. I don't think stretching is like a necessary thing to do, but it does feel good, and I will give the people what they want. But like I
Yeah.
said, we are going to do some stretching and then we're going to do some like strengthening because I can't send you off like a noodle and it's not yoga. So, yeah,
Okay,
that's
well, cool. Well, so those are all of our updates. If you want more information on any of those things, go to the website, iceboxstrength.com, and you can find all different kinds of links to all different kinds of things. But last thing we're going to talk about on this episode today is the number 4 trending in the US today Netflix show Killer Sally.
Sally.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
only on
I
episode
have so
one and
many.
like a third, but you
I
finished
have so
it,
many
Laura?
feelings. I finished it. This is right up my alley. This is like
How many
I
episodes
li-
is it?
you know,
Do
it's
you
not that many.
remember?
I think it's like 3 or 4.
Okay.
It's not that many. It's really not that. When it ended,
Okay.
well, like I think halfway through maybe it was the second episode. I was like, how is this going to continue on for like a whole like 8 episodes? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but it doesn't. And so
Okay.
then I was like, I yeah, I was disappointed because I wanted more, but also there wasn't more to give.
Right.
So I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, okay, so
Okay, so
I have a lot
spoiler
of
alert if you haven't watched Killer Sally from this point forward. Spoiler alert.
I have a lot because this is like a true crime. This is a bodybuilder. This is a it's all the things. It's like
A mom,
all
yeah.
yeah, a mom. Yeah, she was in the military, like the Marine Corps. Like she is just I don't know. Okay, so I don't even know where to start. Okay, my first starting point of this is I remember I think it was like the 90s. Pretty sure it was the 90s. Wow, aged myself. Um, hold on. Dennis, what is that? Well, put her over there, please. Gosh, sorry.
Right.
Using the machine massage gun as like a drill gun. Anyway, okay. Cut.
Yeah.
One of those like things where like um okay, so my first thought is like in the 90s, um, it was like the first start of like the bodybuilding like scene of
Right.
like where it was being really like women were starting to like join, and that was like my first like my uncle had like bodybuilding posters all over, and it was mainly guys, and then every once in a while he would have these girls in like these like thong like bikinis, and they would be like like posing like super like really cool. And so um to see like this story play out during that time when it was like
Yeah.
I had um I hadn't known like all the stuff that they kind of went into on the show about like women body. I mean, I knew,
Right.
but I also didn't know that they had all these other like side thingies going on, like
Right.
wrestling
Yeah.
jobs and stuff. Um, so for starters, I don't even know where to start because there's just so much. So she's a bodybuilder. Well, I think she started bodybuilding to like get money. I think like she's gonna win a
Yeah.
show or something like that. I think, or something, or I don't know. She meets her boyfriend, and they get married like super fast. And then, what did they call it on the show? Do you remember the steroids? What did they call them?
Oh, I don't know.
He did call it something though. But he was like he found the secret or something like that. And so
Yeah.
he's doing roids, and then she starts doing roids or whatever. Um, what did you think about like how it was like so acceptable for him to do it and not her to do it?
The steroids?
Yeah.
I don't know. Was that in like the first episode or something? Because I don't know if
Yeah.
I like saw that part. Okay, because
Um,
I was like kind of, but like I remember them saying that like everybody was doing it, like everybody
mhm.
was on steroids. Like, but I don't remember the part where they said that like it was like shamed for her. Can you refresh me on that?
Yeah,
They
so
just
like
like it was
she
like
had to like go like so he didn't have a job, and like I mean, and this happens a lot in like a lot of the fitness industry, like you don't make a lot of money until you're like
yeah
the top, like whatever.
yeah
So she had would go get these jobs, and then she would pay for his like steroid use or whatever.
right
Um, and I just thought it was like so weird how they were like it was okay for him to like be this like juiced up fitness guy, but like for her, like she was making like pennies off of the fitness industry, and she had a sick. I mean, she
yeah. But I
obviously.
also okay. So here's my understanding, and like I said, I was like I had it on. I was like watching it while I was squatting, and then like while I was driving. to be
Oh
perfectly
no, the
honest.
thing's doing it with your voice again.
Oh my God, no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's really doing it.
Yeah.